So Tebow got the world in a frenzy right now. But shout out to him for going against the grain. Shout out to him for, putting a different perspective out there. Now we can really have a conversation about whether or not this is good or whether or not this is bad. And I know a lot of people try to say, well, Tebow was privileged and his parents, had money and all that stuff. But, he was in that system though. He was, like he said, my jersey was the highest selling jersey in sports. And he didn't receive a dime. He didn't receive a dime, whether he privileged or not. The fact that he didn't get any money and he had the highest selling jersey over professional players. I don't care who you are. I don't care how privileged you are. You're going to be upset if you don't see any money from that, when you're the one that's out there getting blasted by 300-pound linemen. And so I think we got to respect Tebow's opinion when it comes to that, because just because he's privileged doesn't mean that his perspective doesn't matter. As for me, as far as do I think is California doing the right thing by allowing college athletes to get paid off their likeness and name? Yes, they're doing the right thing. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm not a fan of schools paying the athletes. I'm not a fan of that, because then you go down a rabbit hole that turns college sports into pro sports. And everyone's on a college team is not a pro. If you look at Alabama's roster, this is the best football program in the world. If you look at that roster every year, you figure they got at least 70 players on the roster. Only about 10 get drafted. So you really speak and of those 10, only I would say 3 to 5 are household names. The rest of them are, good players that are good enough to play in the league. The rest of the players, they gotta figure out the rest of their life based on that scholarship, based on that free education. And that's my problem with this whole thing, is the narrative that we push. We don't push that, it's good, that getting a free education is a good thing. It's free. The reason why I don't want to go to college is because the shit ain't free. Like, it costs money. If it didn't cost money, hell yeah, I would go to college. It's valuable. It's valuable. So when you can get it for free, man, you can do so many things with that. And I think it's wrong that we try to, like, the narrative that we push. Okay, let me use an example. Because now I'm a father. So now, I feel like I have a little bit more right to speak on this subject. So if my son grows up to be a top 10 recruit in the country, let's say football, because I think this rule really affects football players. Basketball players, they got so many other options. They don't have to go to college. But for football players, they have to go. They have to go to college in order to get to the NFL. That's the route they have to take. So, if my son, top 10 recruit in the country, if he comes to me and says, "Dad, I don't know if I want to play in the NCAA, I feel like they just exploiting us," I'm going to say, you don't have to play, because he don't. Just like the rest of these players, they don't have to play. And we don't tell them that. We make them feel like they gotta go to college. They gotta play football because you're good at it, so you have to play. No, he might be good at something else. Maybe this is an opportunity for him to figure out what else he's good at, what else he wants to do in life. But we don't preach that. We don't preach that. Instead we want to put pressure on these young kids. Oh, he gotta go, because he gotta take care of his family. He gotta take care of his mother. His family's poor, so he got to be the one to, like, why are we putting that pressure on an 18-year-old kid? Why are we putting that pressure on a 17-year-old kid? 19, 20. Why can't they just want to go to college or want to play college ball because that's what they want to do? Why can't they do that? Whether they're privileged or not. Why can't they do that? Why can't that be the narrative we push? We don't do that to kids who are smart. We don't tell the lawyer, oh, you got to do this because you got to take care of your mom. No, we let the lawyer go through their career you know, uh, not fending for themselves. Of course, they're going to look out for their family. Of course, you're supposed to look out for your family, but I don't think we're supposed to put that pressure on an 18-year-old kid to take care of adults' responsibilities. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not going to put my son in that situation. If I'm out here and I'm struggling and my son is a top recruit, I'm not going to look at my son and be like, look, son, you got to go do this because dad needs your help. Nah, what do you want to do, son? What's going to make you happy? You want to go to Florida State? Cool. I'm with you. I'm supporting you. You don't want to play college ball at all? Cool. I'm with you. What else we going to do, though? What's the next move, though? You know? So that's my thing. It's like, let's switch up the narrative, man. Let's switch up the narrative we preach to these kids instead of hooting and hollering at the NCAA every 5 seconds because they don't want to split the money. You know? And like I said, man, these kids live for free. These kids live for free. Let's not forget that. Free scholarship, free education. You get free housing. You get clothes. You know, because whoever sponsored the school, you're going to get some clothes, you're going to get some shoes, you know, and now they got meals. So they get free everything. So they're living for free. All they got to do is just show up and play football every day. And people love to say, oh, this is modern day slavery. Stop disrespecting slaves like that. I think that is one of the most disrespectful things people can say, because slaves didn't have a choice. I know Kanye might have said that, but slaves didn't have a choice. Slaves couldn't say, you know, I don't want to do this no more. The top football player right now in the country can say, I don't want to play football no more, and nothing's going to happen to him. Yeah, you might have a little public opinion. People might be mad. People might run on Twitter and Instagram and all that, hoot and holler, but he's not going to get murdered. You know, he's not going to get killed. So stop saying that this is slavery. It's not slavery, man. It's not slavery. And I think that's wrong for you to even put that connotation on it, because for some of these kids, this is their dream, to play college ball. Some kids don't want to play pro ball. They that to them, college is the most is the peak, is the pinnacle. So let's stop putting that connotation on college athletics just because they're not getting paid. Should the system be shooken up a little bit? Yes. Should the money be divvied up a little bit in different areas? Yes. But I also understand that the money that Alabama generates, the Alabama football team generates, pays for the entire athletic program. Is it wrong that a college coach receives millions of dollars to run a program? In my opinion, no. They're running the program. They're running the program. So yes, they should be able to compensate after that. You know? But I'm pretty sure my opinion is going to piss off a lot of people, because it's not, you know, like I said, I don't think schools should be paying the kids, but I do think that the kids should be able to go make that money. If a car dealership if the car dealership calls up USC and say, hey, we want to use the best player on the team, we wanted him to come down, sit in the dealership for a day, and whoever buys the car gets to take a picture with him, and we'll give him $10,000, $5,000. Cool. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, if you want to put a cap on it so the boosters don't take it and run it and turn it into something else, because that is a possibility. You do have the possibility of a booster just saying how much and give a kid $300,000. Give a kid $400,000, $300,000 just to come play ball there and write it off as a personal endorsement. So you do have that. So I mean, I think it does need some tweaking just to make sure that the rule isn't getting manipulated. But I think the rule is a good start, and I think that's pretty much what should be, you know, how college athletes should get paid. They should get paid by their likeness, by their name, you know. And as far as like jersey sales and stuff like that, a stipend should be in their name for after they graduate. So That's my take on it. Let me know what you think. Comment, tell me. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is Tebow right? Is Tebow wrong? What's your opinion? Should college athletes get paid? Would you want your son to play college sports? In today's society. So please let me know. Comment. Let me know. Like this video. Everything. Share it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your feed. So we can really get this conversation going.